Welcome back. We'll get started on our next mission here. So select scenario, the arks. The arks. As the brightest minds of Oxford and Cambridge, we have been sent to save priceless seeds and plant specimens from the eternal winter. Do we have what it takes to keep the seedling ark safe? We'll do survivor mode, survive against all odds. There's no active pause. The game will be very difficult and your progress will only be saved on exit only. Start. Yes. The seedling arks. We've been chosen to safeguard a priceless treasure, the seeds and seedlings of plants from all over the world. They've been deposited in seedling arks to stop them from freezing, but it falls to us to build a city to protect the precious buildings until the winter ends, however long it may be. The only way to do this is with automatons. We will ensure the Green Earth is reborn, even if we aren't there to witness it. Let's get to work. Factory plans. We've reached the generator site and the seedlings are safely stored in the seedling arks. We are supposed to deploy automatons to make sure the city can run itself no matter the weather, but the transport carrying the factory plans was lost in a blizzard. You need to build a beacon and send a team and search for it. We must preserve the seedlings. We must ensure the seedling arks don't freeze. All the seedlings and many of the tropical seeds are very sensitive to the cold. If the temperature in any seedling ark falls below chilly for too long, its precious contents will be irreversibly damaged. I see. Alright, let's get these guys moved out. And we'll rush our emergency shift. Speed that along. Not going to address that. Beacon. Extended shift.
New law! A new law has passed.
Alright, we got 5 people, so that's the best that we can hope for. Using this start.
Work time. Get moving.
Good idea. I think you could probably get away with shutting the generator on and off.
It's off time.
But I just don't want to worry about sinking it. with the 2, 3, 4, 5. Syncing it with the robot.
Listen, everyone. New law is signed.
Damn it, I think you guys... No, I didn't want you to do it in that order. Alright, because now we're practically morning. Abandoned supplies. While a few white mounds stand out in the otherwise flat landscape, we left some supplies on our way to from Britain. Storm on the horizon. Captain, the beacon is operational. We can clearly see the storm approaching from the south. It's still a distance away. We'd better keep an eye on it and make sure we set up the infrastructure needed to heat the arks before it hits.
Wrap up well. The frost is here. Get going. Time to earn your bread.
We're crowding.
Hear me, hear me. New law in the city. End of shift. Go rest all who can.
Steelworks it is. Our supplies are covered in snow and ice. They seem undamaged, but we'll have to dig them out to be sure. We spent hours hacking at the ice to free our supplies, but we did it. We were forced to abandon them once. Doing so again would be unforgivable. Broken automaton ice fall mine. Broken automaton. A large snow dune covers a broken automaton that we had to leave behind during our journey from Britain.
Work time. Get moving.
Only the top of the automaton is sticking out of the snow. Digging it out will take some effort, but it should be worth it. This automaton was left where it broke down. Thankfully, we managed to dig it out and fix it. We'll send it to this fully operational automaton to the city. Send it to the city. Lost dreadnought. Dark shape looms in the distance, clearly visible on the white plane. It's the main vehicle from our expedition. wall drill. Seedling arks might freeze capped in a few days. The temperature will drop. Our seedling arks will be in danger, and we have to keep them warm with heaters or steam hubs. Copy that. Our expedition's main vehicle left hopelessly wedged in a crevice. Exploring it would be difficult, but we have to find the factory plans that are on board. We rappelled down into the crevasse, listening to the ominous sounds of the ice cracking under the weight of the steel behemoth. After an hour or so of searching, we find the documents safe and retrieve the factory plans. We must get them to the city as fast as possible. The weather is getting worse by the minute, and we need automatons to secure the city and the seedling arks before the storm hits. Take the resources. Go to the mountainside cave. We can see what it looks like. A cave entrance on this mountainside. Factory plans found. Excellent. We can now set up an automated infrastructure to keep the seedling arks at safe temperature. Bring back the plans, set up the factory, and increase the number of automatons to 3. Okay, I got that on. Good. I couldn't remember if I did that or not. Alright, corpse disposal.
New law! A new law has passed.
Alright, now the guys are hungry.
Work time. Get back to work.
Alright, let's get the... Actually, I think I need heaters. You used a steam core. Be careful. You can't make more of them. Good talk. Promise fulfilled. Long hours. Yeah, I'm not taking you up of extended shifts, sorry. Who the hell built that? You guys should be researching. A short tunnel leads to a vast natural cave complex. It seems to have been used as a warehouse. There are still supplies here. This cave could collapse at any moment. It's no wonder it hasn't been turned into a permanent shelter. We'll take what we can and leave before we're trapped here or worse. Take the resources. Alright, get the hothouse going.
Time to rest, folks. Work's out today.
The automaton reaches the city. Cool. Go over here and take that. Organ transplant.
Listen, everyone. New law is signed.
Cool. Break that down. Put 5 guys in there. And if you're just going to stand around, then go ahead and Start working on that. And then I can build one of those. Put you over here. Alright, you're now done. Turn that off. Got a factory. Build a steamworks. Put you out to the Iceball mine. It appears to be a precariously located mine.
Brace yourselves. Cold is coming. Get going. Time to earn your bread.
It's cold. Where the hell are all my guys? Fundamental research. Sir, an engineer is asking for a day to study the automaton closely. The automatons can be improved. They may be the pinnacle of our technology, but if we learned how to make them, we can surely learn how to make them better. If I take a look at any machine, I can adjust it and improve its performance. Why should it be any different with them? Carry on with the project. Where the hell are these guys?
Time to rest, folks. Work's out for today.
Mine is at risk of being buried by an avalanche at any time. It must have been abandoned a long time ago. Judging by the equipment, it looks like this mine was constructed before the Great Winter, possibly by the first prospectors to explore the area. The general disarray inside the building suggests that it was abandoned abruptly, presumably due to some sort of earthquake. Many valuable resources have been left behind. Probably a little late for that. so bad at using that mechanic appropriately. Alright, let's break that down. Move you guys over here.
Move! Time to get to work.
Coal mine. Get over here. Come over here. Care house.
Hear me, hear me. New law in the city.
Come over here too, I guess. Autonomous city. Sure, why not? Go ahead and get another one going. You can come here. Let's turn these bad boys on so they don't freeze. Turn that off, put you here. Search for steam cores. Alright, come over here then. Test subject needed. Sir, the engineer working on the automaton project is back. He wants to borrow an automaton. I'm close to a breakthrough. I just need an automaton for a day, and I believe I'll be able to purpose-specific modifications that will raise their performance permanently, given an automaton for 24 hours. I took the one from the coal, that's fine. Come to Mist Valley, a deep valley covered in a dense fog, and not much can be seen from where we are. Coal mining is done. Definitely can't afford that, so let's do Steam Hub. Okay, everybody's researching now. I should have been doing that, but I wasn't thinking. And now I'm net negative. Barren Hollow, just a landmark.
Work time. Get moving.
The air here is still. The trail ahead disappears in a milky haze. Even in the middle of the day, it feels like twilight. A narrow path we were investigating led to a large flat landscape. The snowy plains we have discovered seem promising. We've already observed a dozen places worth exploring. Empty shelter, the only place standing out. No, it's just a landmark. Sir, the engineer working on the automaton project has sent in his report. He broke the automaton he borrowed, and now he wants us to encore the damage. Hasn't been for nothing. We can still fix the broken machine, and on top of that, we can now adjust the automatons to make them work faster. The engineer's busy again now, but he says he's onto something really exciting. Give him a steam core. Alright, the automaton's back. Let's put him on the coal.
Workday ends. It's time off.
Aesthetics.
New law. A new law has passed.
Barren Hollow. Just a location to scout. Snowcrawler. A broken snowcrawler partially covered by the snow. It has to be one of the vehicles we lost in the blizzard on the way on our journey north. Just a location to find. Rock formation. Another unremarkable location. Let's pull you up, put you here.
Wrap up well. Frost is here.
Alright, shut these down. Let's do generator. Faster scout sleds.
Get to work. Move, people. There's plenty to do.
Alright, that'll help. Let's put those guys on there. A huge success, sir. The automaton project is complete. The automatons can now be produced at a lower cost and used in medical facilities. We learned to modify the automatons with precision attachments, allowing them to work in the most fragile things we know of, the human body. It also turns out we can remove some non-essential parts. Well done. One of the snowcrawlers that was lost on the journey north. Disassembling it will provide us with resources. This snowcrawler was separated from our expedition by a blizzard and ran out of fuel. Our people are still inside, frozen solid. We'll give them a proper burial. The crawler was built before the Great Winter. Nobody predicted how bad the weather would get. If it didn't stand a chance. All we can do now is dismantle it for resources. Damaged snowcat. A vehicle wrecked by an explosion. There are parts scattered all around it. Let's pull you out, put you here. Didn't find anything cool, just another place to look at. A supply trailer stuck in the ice. Alright. improved heaters. Because that'll keep these ones down here going for a while. Oh, damn it, I never turned it off.
The workday is up.
This must have been a large snowcat. Its steam turbine must have exploded, turning it into a heap of junk. We found some supplies inside the wreck. We will surely find a good use for them. Take resources. Cracked ice. This place is the only thing standing out in the endless white desert. I'm on it. Turn off the overdrive. Brick. Plenty of various equipment lies scattered around the empty trailer, probably taken out in an attempt to free it after the ice collapsed under it. The gear must have belonged to prospectors or explorers who came here before us. Some of it was twisted and crushed by the moving ice, but we found many usable things. Take the resources. Snowbound dreadnought. A land dreadnought stuck in the ice. It's barely visible despite its size. Cracked ice. Didn't find anything except for a new place to look at. Industrial ruins. The ruins of a large industrial building buried in the snow rise over the horizon. Improved heaters. Let's get the next thing going here. Let's turn these bad boys on. Or not. Let's not do that. Because I didn't realize that we're running low, starting to run low. Shut down the hot house. So pull you out, take that down, put you here. Take you out of there. Put you in here. An abandoned old dreadnought that's completely covered in snow. It's been here for a long time. This land dreadnought wasn't designed for this kind of weather. Presumably it was part of one of the prospecting expeditions before the Great Winter. We found something priceless. We found some priceless resources in here. Alright, come back.
Time to rest, folks. Work's out.
This building was destroyed by a powerful avalanche. Its interiors are filled with snow, but we should be able to retrieve some resources. We discover the bounty of resources as we dig through the snow. Sadly, that's not all we find. An avalanche killed everyone who worked here. The corpses have been frozen solid. The relatively light clothes and the insignia of Her Majesty's Prospector Corps suggest that they were explorers sent north to look for suitable places for generators during the onset of the Great Winter. Maybe it's for the best that they weren't there to witness the fall of the Empire. Fighting arena's done. Turn that on. Probably got a couple days with that. If I shut that down, is that going to be chilly? Yeah. Alright, let's just let it roll for a little bit then.
Get going! Time to earn your bread.
Let's get that going. Snow-covered supplies. The snow-covered crates is deep. We're sure there's some valuable supplies buried down there. Under the snow, we uncovered many crates of supplies. No telling who might have left them here. Come back to the city. A letter thanks, sir. An engineer is here to see you. He has a letter to you from his team. My workers asked me to deliver this. They're plain people, so it reads like bad poetry, but here's the gist of it. They want to say thank you, sir. The sight of these automatons working tirelessly in inhuman cold, where previously they had toiled and suffered, is something worth living for. Alright. Get over to the short pass, a narrow passage between two steep mountain faces, which we could try to traverse it to reach the next valley. Alright, let's take you guys out. Put you here. Get that going. And let's get the coal mine going. Let's get the advanced coal mine. Let's get that here. Really gonna need some food too. Coal mine depleted. And come over here. Turn that off for now. South Pass. A steep rock face protects us from the wind, but we fear rock slides could happen any moment. Traversing the narrow pass while avoiding the falling rocks and small avalanches was perilous, but we managed to get through. The observations made from the pass revealed several sites in the area worth exploring. We'll have to go through Windswept Field, which is just a basic location. Cool, got some food. Let's get you over to the South Pass. Just turn that off. Turn that off. Turn you over here. Let's get a house. And let's build a steam hub. 1. And 2. Meter efficiency. Let's get automaton integration. Got that going.
Time to rest, folks. Work's out for today.
Come to the lone boulder. City is automatons. Excellent work. The seedling arcs are now being maintained by the automatons. All critical operations are secured, and we'll still have time to spare before the storm hits. If we have a shot at surviving, we have to gather as many supplies as we can. I'll see what I can do. Put you down here. Shut that off. Put you on. And this is the landmark. Let's go to the wrecked vehicle. A box shape is sticking out of the snow there. Let's get that going. Prizes. Get those guys there. Found the wreck of some sort of vehicle. We can salvage parts from it. While disassembling the wreck to salvage what we could from it, we found a hidden cache of supplies. Alright. I don't need that home.
Get to work. Move, people. There's plenty to do.
Alright, let's turn that off. Alright, let's put you here. And let's put you guys here. And do that. Turn that off, put you here. Just a spot to look at other spots. A research outpost. A research outpost of some sort looms in the distance. Alright, and we got you still here, so let's build another medical post. Do that. Automaton. So now you guys are a little faster. Why don't we get generator power? Because it's about to get cold. And you can come up to the steam Lowry. A heavy steam Lowry. It must have been abandoned a long time ago. Escort him home. A serious accident. Sir, there's been an accident. An automaton has stepped on the man, crushing his leg and crippling him for life. People are arguing that automatons should walk more slowly and carefully, even at the cost of their efficiency. Bullshit. We can't afford that. Oh, I still have people here.
your tools. The shift is ending.
A figure in the distance. Sir, we've noticed something in the distance. A small black dot in a white desert. Moving slowly towards us. Is it possible it could be a survivor? Maybe? Power generator research completed. Let's get the difference engine going. There's a research outpost. This research outpost was deserted a long time ago. It's quite old, but there might still be some useful equipment inside. The people who worked here were explorers. They paved the way north for the rest of us. They must have left in a hurry, perhaps to reunite with their families before the Great Winter took hold. Take resources. Isolated shelter. A shelter covered in a thick layer of ice. This huge machine used to haul tons of cargo until it broke. We can't dismantle it to retrieve some resources. The generators were built thanks to the steam lowries like this, and their ability to haul cargo over the frozen landscape. It's a shame it can't be repaired. Take the resources. Come back. Damn it.
It's getting colder.
I was doing so well there. Alright, 24 hours. Turn that bad boy back on.
Get to work. Move, people. There's plenty to do.
Isolated shelter. The shelter is well built and looks intact. We might be able to find some resources inside. The shelter must have been built for an important person or a very small group. Whoever was supposed to live here never showed up. The supplies are untouched. let's see here. I can get that. So then let me turn off those other generators. Alternatively, I could just get the power higher. Let's get that going first.
Night is coming. Down,
Sir, an exhausted man has just reached our city, badly frostbitten and with a harrowing story to tell. He says he's come from a nearby city called New Manchester. It's inhabited mostly by workers and their families, but their resources are running out and they're in trouble. Fearing the coming storm, they sent out a scout team to look for help. He's a sole survivor. He begs us to help his people. Well, we'll see what we can do. Survivors reach a city. Sir, a group of survivors reach a city. They are tired. They need a place to rest, a bite to eat, and perhaps some medical attention, but they are ready to lend a hand however they can. If you say so. Save the messenger, Captain. The man who arrived from New Manchester is in critical condition. If we can't get him help right away, he'll die. He could be our only chance to learn more about the city. Alright, come over to the expedition camp, a small camp, just a few tents. There are no signs of activity. Helping at what cost? There are some of the people are restless. They argue that with the storm closing in, we won't be able to succeed in our mission to help New Manchester. At the same time, they understand it's a difficult decision. They want to know what your priority will be when we have to choose. We can't abandon people in need.